about to experience it. So let's go back to the reasons that Mayor Adams is giving for these budget cuts. And look, honestly, I think that he's making a legitimate point here. And I think the federal government, under the leadership of the Biden administration, has really failed to deliver for the cities that are grappling with the migrant crisis. You want to allow migrants in? That's fine, but you have to fund the resources necessary to take care of these individuals, to shelter them. Now, Adams, again, blamed the billions of dollars spent on the migrant crisis and the expiring federal aid for these budget cuts. Migrant costs are going up, tax revenue growth is slowing, and COVID-19 stimulus funding is drying up. No city should be left to handle a national humanitarian crisis largely on its own and without the significant and timely support we need from Washington. Today's budget will only be the beginning, or will be only the beginning. And look, I also want to just make a note about, honestly, something that I personally overlooked, and I want to take responsibility for that, because I didn't realize what a lot of these border towns had been dealing with and what they had been complaining about. And a lot of these residents living in these border towns had been smeared by the media as bigots and xenophobes who just don't want to allow migrants into the country, when in reality, they were dealing with the brunt of the migrant crisis and the lack of resources from the federal government to take care of the situation. Now that you see it happening in blue cities, in cities that have Democratic strongholds, you see what the reality of the situation really is.
Oh, so now you understand what's going on, Anna? Now you realize what the hell's happening? I mean, this is absolutely incredible. Where were you? Do you need to be mansplained about this? Oh, I finally understood now. I was wrong about this. I just thought that, you were the people on TYT and every place else that we're talking about, that you were calling all these people that live in these border towns, border states, border cities. You were the people that were all calling them racists and bigots and xenophobes. And when Trump was talking about it, they did the same damn thing with him and everybody else that supported him. And now all of a sudden, because it's happening in blue cities, it's happening in New York City, it's happening in Baltimore, it's happening in Detroit, it's happening all over California, Now you guys decide to say, oh, now we understand. Oh, now it's hurting our pockets. Oh, please, Mr. Government, please, Mr. Biden, give us more money so we can handle the migrant crisis. The illegal aliens are running us all over here. We got no money to spend for them. We gotta, be fiscally responsible. And when the border states were asking for the money, not a single one of you guys stood up and said, yeah, you know what? Give some money to Texas. Give some money to Arizona. Give money to California. Where the hell were you guys then? Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. That's all I can say here. TYT, no wonder I call you guys the Young Turks. I was wrong. I just found out about it. That's what Ana Kasparian says now. She had no idea it was this bad. A freaking 5-year-old could have told you it was this bad. You can't be this stupid. You can't be this idiotic. You can't be this moron. You just can't be. Or maybe you guys are. I don't know. You call yourself progressives. Anyways, folks, welcome everybody. You're watching the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. That was a little bit of my rant here. I'm your host, Dr. Nasir, where I give you my political prescription every day to see where we're at and what we can do about it. Let's hear some more. We're going to hear some more from Cenk the Jank and Ana Kasparian on that. You know what? Even New York City needs some help right now. Let's go to those video cuts right now.
I'm glad that we see what the reality of the situation is, because it's inhumane for the migrants and incredibly unfair with the cities that have this influx of migrants coming in who they do not have the resources to take care of.
Yeah, you heard me say it on the first day that Texas started busing people to the major Democratic cities. I said, I think it makes sense. I think it's fair. Why do the border states have to deal with all of the pain that?
You were also late to the table, Cenk the Jank. You were also late to the table. Oh my God, how big does your nose have to grow, Pinocchio? I started saying this from the first freaking day. Trump says we're being overridden by illegal aliens. Border towns are being ransacked. Border towns are being absolutely inundated. And he says that you guys are freaking mum. You don't say a damn thing at all. And now all of a sudden, I was saying that from the first day forward. That was just a great thing that was happening from the governor of Texas. You know, sending and busing everybody up there. Unbelievable.
That comes in on this. I'm in favor of more immigration. And so I'm in favor of more asylum seekers getting asylum in this country. But we have to share the pain equally. We have to be honest about it, right? And so if there's an influx, we have to figure out a way to deal.
Yes, you got to be honest about it. But you guys on the progressive side, on the liberal side, on the Democratic side, you're anything but honest. You're not honest. You're not intellectually honest. No, you're not. You're dishonest. Dishonesty comes out of your mouth. It's all verbal diarrhea. That's all it is. We have to be honest about it. Please, give me a freaking break.
Deal with that. We have to have rational policies, and we have to care. And when I say, the left's version of America first, that doesn't mean you hate other people. That's the difference between us and some bad strains of it on the right wing, right?
Oh, there we go again. Oh, one slapola comes from the velvet glove of Cenk the Jank. Oh, we have to be right about it from the left. You know, we have to like the people, not the people from the right who hate everybody else coming over the border. No, we have to be the ones that like them. Oh my God. This is the problem with you guys. This is a problem with you and the progressives. You're dishonest. No intellectual honesty going on over here. It's amazing. Cenk the Jank.
It means, hey, wherever, as Bruce Springsteen said, wherever this flag is flown, we take care of our own. And there's nothing.
Oh, now all of a sudden you're a populist. Bruce Springsteen. That communist. This is a guy, okay, that talks about, just basically badmouths America all day long in his song, except for a couple of songs. But then he puts them out. They're great songs. He's a great singer, a great songwriter. But then he just basically craps all over America. Oh, you know what? We are land of our own. We take care of our own. When we were saying that on the right, that America first policies, make America great again, MAGA, you guys oh, your eyes go up in the back of your heads. Trump derangement syndrome just, infiltrates your veins. There's nothing we can give you. We can't give you any antibiotics, can't give you antivirals, can't give you anything that's anti-TDS, because nothing works, because you hate the man, even if he has great policies. When he has something good or great to do, you still crap all over it. Now we got to listen to somebody, okay, Bruce Springsteen, you're bringing that up? You're taking your political advice from Bruce Springsteen and Cardi B. That's what you guys are doing.
Wrong with that. It's not as opposed to other people. It doesn't mean you hate other people. It just means, hey, the core job of the government is to take care of your own. And so, and those immigrants are our own too, in a lot of ways. But you can't just say, oh, here.
Yes, the immigrants that came here legally they are, but not the ones that were illegal. They're not immigrants, they're illegal aliens. Get that through your freaking head.
Here's a bunch of immigrants and border states, you deal with it. And now, oh, they're in New York and Chicago, et cetera. Now you guys deal with it and we're not gonna help you. No, you've got to be fair about it, both to the immigrants and to the American people. You got to be fair about crime, you got to be fair about the schools, et cetera. Asking for fairness and justice is the bare minimum. It's not a big ask.
So Adams estimates that by the summer of 2025, New York City will spend about $12 billion managing the migrant crisis without more federal help. But I actually want to talk about the no-bid contracts that are being shelled out to various organizations to deal with the migrant crisis, because no-bid contracts means that the people of New York City are not getting the best deal possible, okay? So almost all of the 196 migrant-related contracts are presumed to have been signed under the emergency procurement processes a city council oversight committee found. The process forgoes the typical oversight, making sure the city is getting competitive pricing. Just 3 of the deals were made through a competitive sealed bid or proposal, the committee found.
The reason that this happened is because of the stupid laws that were put through COVID-19. Every single blue city, every single blue locality, every single blue jurisdiction. What do you think they did in Michigan? What do you think they did in Pennsylvania? What do you think they did in California? What do you think they did in Maryland, in New Jersey, in Connecticut, in New York? They used the powers of the, Emergency Act that these governors and mayors decided to say, you know what? We're going to use the Emergency Powers Act to basically cram and ram these laws and policies right straight down American citizens' throats. That's exactly what they did. What do you expect? The cronyism that's going on, that happened in New York City with all of these no-bid contracts, because there was just billions and billions and billions of dollars that was pumped in for the COVID relief. It didn't go to the people. It went to line the pockets of all of these people that were just crony. It was cronyism capitalism mixed in with the federal government. It was a Biden administration basically giving favors and paying off the favors to all their Democratic, contributors. Now, I'm sure there was some things happening on the right and the Republicans that they're just as guilty, just as liable, just the same thing on both parties. Washington, D.C. as a whole is a freaking cesspool. You know that. That's what's going on. And then the TYT they're looking at it going, oh my goodness. You know what? Look at these no-bid contracts. Money is just flowing out of here. It's not doing a bit of good. It's just going in the pockets of these. It's just being, it's just disappearing. It's not doing any good. Of course, we know that how much waste and fraud was put forward with that COVID-19 money. And then you see stuff like this happening. And then New York's crying. Eric Adams is now crying. There's no money. We're going to go, we're going to go into the negative. We're going to go into a deficit. We need help. And the Biden administration is basically giving, the double, middle finger to them and saying, hey, you handle it on your own. Just like they did to all the border towns and the border cities and border states. Karma. Karma is really, as Cardi B would probably say, karma is a biatch. Karma is a biatch. Anyways, folks, we appreciate you taking the time to watch. You've been watching the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. I've been your host, Dr. Nasir. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, like, share, and follow us. You know what to do. Leave you with my final thought, which has always been, when you're right, and I am always damn right. And when you're left, you guys are always damn wrong. Until next time, folks, take care and stay safe.